We'll call the regular governing board meeting of the Lammersville Unified School District Board to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Please note that this meeting is being recorded at this time. Please take a moment to silence or turn off your cell phones. And for those of you here that would like to address the board about a specific agenda item and/or during public comment, please fill out a blue comment card so we know when to call upon you. Item 1, Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Faubert, would you or one of your students lead us in the pledge?
I'm going to invite Vivek up to give us to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, for which it stands, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
President Clements, board members, Superintendent Nicholas, thank you so much for having us here tonight. And I'm going to introduce our advisor for our Skills USA Club and CTSO organization, Mrs. Jody Larson, to come up and introduce the team.
Hi, I'm Jody Larson and I teach culinary 1, 2, and catering at the high school. I'm the club advisor this year, and I'm really excited about working with all these students. We have our leadership team and some state officers with us tonight here, and they've put together this presentation for you guys.
Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation about what Skills USA is.
Hello everyone, my name is Jimin Kim and I am the treasurer for this year. Skills USA is a big national organization. It has 480,000 members within the Skills USA community and 53 states and territories involved. In fact, 17,489 classrooms implement the lessons that are within Skills USA.
So what is Skills USA? Skills USA is a CTSO, or a Career and Technical Student Organization, much like DECA and HOSA. They have a rich history, founded in 1965, and have served over 13.6 million students in their history. They've provided competitive opportunities for all 16 CTE career clusters. And they do this by providing over 108 individual events that students have the opportunity to compete in. They help bring teachers, students, and industry professionals together to improve CTE education at every school. We also have different levels of student involvement at the middle school, high school, and post-secondary level.
Hello, I'm Sumaida. I am the secretary, and as a chapter, our purpose is to develop and support students' passions, knowledge, and experience for their future careers. We do this by giving them opportunities to showcase and be recognized for their talents, and also discover their interests through these career-specific events and technical experiences. We also let them forge connections with other motivated students as well.
Hi there, I'm Sambhav Agarwal, the Vice President of Skills USA. So Skills USA has many benefits for the school, for the members, for the district. So first benefit is inclusivity. There is an event for all 16 CT pathways, such as culinary, computer science, business, agriculture, architecture. There's so many pathways and it encompasses all types of career fields. Second benefit is that it is nationally recognized. It is the second largest CTSO with government involvement. In fact, in this national conference, we had the United States Secretary of Education show up. Third, it's a great place. It's a way for the community to get together, as we hold a lot of community service events, a lot of events that engage the students. We have a lot of scholarships and internships available, as we get to fund students so that they could travel, they could meet new people, they could engage with new students, and finally they get to learn how to be a leader either at our school level, national level, or just take an initiative to become a better person.
Hi, my name is Saketh. I'm one of the director of events for this club. So Skills USA operates on 3 key principles. It involves personal, technical, and workplace development. In these 3 key areas, they offer something called the 17 essential elements. In short, what these plan to do is teach every kid to be successful in their personal, technical, and workplace skills of their lives. So in Skills USA, we will be offering events to help teach these to our competitors and our fellow members. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Ansita and I'm part of the social media team. So Skills USA plans to establish multiple chapters at the middle school level. It includes a simplified list of events that is also easier to manage. With your help, we will be able to integrate Skills USA at the middle school level.
Hi, my name is Neha and I'm one of the competition managers at Skills USA. There are 4 fields in Skills USA competitions. The first one is leadership development. There are 20 competitions in this field. It develops workplace and personal skills through competitions such as job interview or public speaking. The second field is skilled and technical science. This has 71 competitions. It explores a variety of events connected to STEM and helps encourage artistic ability. The third field is occupationally related. It includes 11 events. This includes more customer-related competitions in the STEM field. And lastly, the field is demonstration events, which is 6 in total. There are real-world demos for automobile, medical, and engineering applications. In total, there are 108 events in Skills USA.
Hello everyone, my name is Haram Kumar and I am also a part of the social media team. So during the 2021 to 2022 school year, we had several people from Mountain House High School compete in Skills USA competitions. 54 teams went to regionals, 24 of which received gold, 14 of which received silver, and 7 received bronze. 51 of our teams went to states, 2 of which got gold, 4 silver, and 4 bronze. We had 4 teams go to national, and 1 of which went on to win gold at the national level, and the other team placed 6th at the national level as well. So according to our stats, Mountain House High School's chapter of Skills USA has succeeded very well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Pari Sharma, and I am a California state officer and the national gold medalist. When I was competing at nationals this year, I was able to meet competitors from all around America. And we sat down, had lunch together, and I heard their stories and their journey to nationals. It was a phenomenal experience seeing all of the events and competitions that Skills USA has to offer in person. I wanted to thank you all for supporting the Mountain House chapter and giving me the opportunity to experience this event.
Hello, I am Nikita.
Hi, my name is Samar Tharmath, and we are state officers for the California Skills USA State Officer Team.
As a state officer, I got the opportunity to attend nationals and be a national delegate voting for our national team. And in this journey, I have learned to be a better leader, a better teammate, and overall a better person. This opportunity has really brought a good and very positive change for me.
I definitely agree with that. I had a similar experience as well. As you may know, last year was our first year, and throughout our whole journey as being a part of Skills USA, I've not only seen myself grow as a person, but even develop as a leader. And I've made countless meaningful memories.
We're a family.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is Charlie. I'm one of the director of events for Skills USA at MHHS. This past summer, 16 students from MHHS attended the Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Across the country, there were over 12,000 Skills USA members who attended this national conference. Now, we have a video that recaps Mountain House's experience at Skills USA National Leadership and Skills Conference. I know we are limited on time, and it's a 3-minute video. I'd like to open up to the board if we would like to watch this video.
Yeah.
Sure. If we could play that video.
We're finally here.
Thank you for Charlie for that amazing video. Thank you all the officers for helping us make this presentation, and we thank all the board members for hearing us today. We hope you continue to support Skills USA in the future as well. Thank you.
So again, thank you for letting the students come and present, and if you have any questions for them, have at it. They'll be happy to answer any questions.
I don't have any questions. I would just like to say thank you for coming, giving us this presentation, and for all your hard work in putting it together. I would also like to say that this is by far one of my favorite things about being on the board, is being able to see the experiences and opportunities and successes that our students have. Thank you.
Can I ask, did I hear that this is the first year we've had this? So
I think it's an impressive organization. It's an impressive for Mountain House, the involvement, and considering this is the first year, it's just super impressive. So congratulations to all of you. I also want to give a shout out to our advisor, because I know that it's a ton of time and dedication, and I appreciate all the extra effort you have gone for our students.
I just want to say that was such a great presentation. That was excellent, and I'm very proud that you represent our school district and our high school. And wow, what a first year! You have big shoes to fill already, but I know you'll do it. And so, thank you so much.
And I guess I'll round it out by echoing my fellow board members and just expressing, it's easy to support the children. I'm going to get teared up here. It's easy to support such an incredible group of kids, and it is my honor to be able to do that. Being able to go in the very first year and make it onto the national stage, and I mean, just making it on the state level and competing at the state level is fantastic. I would have been ecstatic. And then going to nationals, I got to tell you, when I was in high school, just going to nationals in debate and forensics was like, yes, right? But actually bringing home a gold at nationals is just unbelievable. And when you add to that, like when I went to nationals, it was, on the backs of, 20 years of debate and forensics, and I had all kinds of, we'll call it older brothers and sisters that kind of paved the way and showed me how to do it and all this kind of stuff. You guys just paved the way and didn't stop at anything. Fantastic job. And you guys are more than welcome to stay for the entire board meeting, which I'm sure you will find enthralling. But if you would like to leave, that's absolutely okay. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. This is going to be a great meeting. Item 2, roll call, please.
Lisa Boulay.
Here.
Colin Clements.
Here.
Benita Daniel.
Absent.
Stephanie Olson. Here. David Pombo.
Here.
Satya Seelam.
Absent.
Item 3, approval and/or corrections to the agenda.
There are none.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Based on a motion by Trustee Olson and a second by Trustee Boulay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 4 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent. Item 4, committee reports. A, District Advisory Report. Trustee Boulay?
Nothing to report.
Okay, I would remind the board that the upcoming meeting is on August 25th at 6:30 here in the district office boardroom. Item B, District English Language Advisory Committee. That's me. Our upcoming meeting is, I messed it up, didn't I? Yes, I apologize. For me, the next District English Language Advisory Committee is 8:25 at 6:30 here in the DO boardroom. I apologize, Trustee Boulay.
No worries.
Item C, Education Committee, Trustee Pombo.
Nothing to report.
Item D, Facilities Committee, Trustee Olson.
Nothing to report.
Item E, Policy Committee, Trustee Boulay.
Yeah, we're in the process of reviewing a set of policies that should be coming to the board for approval on September 21st.
Thank you. Item F, Safety Committee, Trustee Pombo.
Our next Safety Committee meeting will be held on September 14th here in the boardroom.
Very good. And item G, Wellness Committee, Trustee Olson.
Nothing to report.
Thank you very much. Item 5, Governing Board Reports. Trustee Seelam is not here. Trustee Pombo, please.
All right, let me catch up with my computer here.
Me to do, okay.
You're fine. On August 4th, I attended or was present for the first day of school at Cordes Elementary. I saw lots of excited kids and excited/nervous parents. I guess some of the kids were probably nervous as well. But everything went smoothly, and it was a great morning. Very nice to see the kids back in school. On August 9th, I attended back to school night at Cordis Elementary. I visited nearly all of the classrooms at Cordis Elementary, and it was nice to see kids and parents back in classrooms. On August 10th, I went to back to school night at Lammersville Elementary, and need to figure out my scribbles here. And Altamont Elementary, and more of the same, kids in classrooms and teachers visiting with parents. It was very nice. On the 11th, I attended back to school night at Hanson, Bethany, and Cuesta. More of the same. I did miss Wickland. There were too many on the 11th to get to all of them. On August 14th, I attended the Indian Independence Day celebration at Central Park and enjoyed performances by various groups. And on August 15th, I attended the Mountain Health Athletic Boosters meeting, and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Trustee Olson.
Thank you, Trustee Clements. Slacking over there, Trustee Pombo. Come on, get to Wickland. Just kidding. On August 4th, I attended the first day of school at Cuesta Elementary, and it was great. Everybody was excited to be back at school, and there's a great energy. I think that the school year got off to a great start. And I also attended back to school night at Cuesta on August 11th, and it was well attended, and that was great to see. The parent foundations were out. I saw the Bethany Foundation out during Bethany Back to School Night when I was at my flag football practice, selling things in the parking lot, and Cuesta was doing the same thing, raising funds, and it just seems like they're kind of rejuvenated, the parent organizations, and we appreciate their support. On August 10th, I attended the CSD meeting as part of my duties as board clerk and reported on the happenings of our school district. And on August 14th, I attended the Indian Independence Day celebration at Central Park, and that was great. And I got some popcorn from the Boy Scouts. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Olson. Trustee Boulay.
Thank you. On August 4th, I attended Senior Sunrise, and I understand that this year it was the most well-attended Senior Sunrise with, I think, over 350 students. It was amazing. The weather was perfect. There was great music. Photographers were there. Lots of excitement for the first day. The sunrise was beautiful. And I really appreciate, again, everybody that made that happen, the high school staff, the teachers, the administrators, senior parents, and a number of people from the community that stepped up to support the kids, so I'm grateful for that. On August 11th, I did attend Wickland's back to school night, so I excuse Mr. Pombo for that one. I also squeezed in Cuesta's back to school night, and I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Vieira, Cuesta's principal, and also to the new vice principals this year. I think it's Mrs. Beck at Wickland. Did I get that right? Heidi is her first name. And then Ms. Clegg at Cuesta. So I was excited to meet them personally. And also this past Monday, I attended a music booster meeting at the high school. The task is to officially create music boosters for the high school. So we were talking about next steps, and hopefully that will happen soon. And that is the end of my report.
Thank you very much, Trustee Boulay. As for myself, I did attend the early part of the first day of school by popping into several schools very briefly. It's so hectic on the first day of school that I didn't want to be in the way or take the focus off the kids, so I made them pretty brief visits. On a separate note, as the board may recall, last year I started an annual scholarship program. Under the program, the district scholarship committee would seek out a deserving candidate. In this context, a deserving candidate would not be a student that achieves the highest GPA, but a student that may have a lower GPA but has done so in spite of significant adversity. The intent is for the district to award one $1,000 scholarship per year, but because it was the inaugural year last year, we gave out the $2,000, we gave out 2 scholarships last year because it was the inaugural year. At this time, I would like to give the district $2,000 and request a consensus of the board to have this item added to the consent items for the next board meeting to accept the donation. And if accepted, this donation would fund the anticipated scholarship awards for 1,000 in 2022-2023 school year and 1,000 in 2023-2024 school year. That way, even over the summer, the district knows, of the coming year, they know they already have the 1,000 and they can already be looking for that candidate. And that's the end of my report. Item 6, receiving of public comments. The entire board appreciates hearing from the members of the community and public at large. To facilitate this, the board shall give members of the public an opportunity to address the board either before or during the board's consideration of each agenda item, Code Section 54954.3. At a time so designated on the agenda, members of the public may bring before the board matters that are not listed on the agenda of a regular meeting. The board may refer such a matter to the superintendent or designee or take it under advisement, but cannot take action at that time. The board may place the matter on an agenda of a subsequent meeting for decision or action. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. Speakers will note that there are green, yellow, and red lights on the lectern, and there is a digital clock indicating the remaining time for each speaker. When the yellow or middle one lights up, the speaker has 1 minute remaining, so the speaker should begin to wrap up their comments and be able to finish at the end of their 3 minutes when the red light comes on. At this time, the chair notes that Hindu, I'm going to mess this up, I meant to find Hindu Swayamsevak Sang, or HSS Organization of Mountain House. The children of that organization are celebrating Raksha Bandham, and would like to present to the board. Before I call the organization up, I wanted to make it clear to the children involved that this board gives great deference to children with the courage to speak. So don't worry if you have to pause or you lose your place and that causes you to go over 3 minutes. We will give you great latitude. The children are the reason that this district and this board exists, so if you're a little bit over the time limit, don't worry about it. And with that, the chair recognizes Mr. Chandra Gandhi of the HSS Organization of Mountain House. And I know that you gave us the order, but if you want to just, I'll yield to you for up to 20 minutes, and you can just call the next person so that I don't get them out of order or mess it up, if that's okay with the rest of the board. Mr. Grandi, excuse me, Mr. Grandi. Grandi?
Yes.
Mr. Grandi.
Should I hit or not start? Okay. Mr. President Clements, trustees, Superintendent Nicholas, and the staff members. My name is Chandra Grandi. I am a Hindu American living in this vibrant and diverse city of Mountain House. I want to thank you all for encouraging the Hindu American students to practice their culture and share it with you on special occasions like today. I have this whole speech written down, but I want to say something off script. I was just looking at their presentation, the Skills USA kids, they're like amazing, right? I mean, they just knocked it out of the park. Who to them, actually. So big shout out to them, and I share your feeling. I saw you tearing up. I share your feeling. So there is one thing they said, and during their presentation, that actually caught my ear or eye. So that was, they said we are a family. That went right there for me. So that's actually what this festival is about. This festival that we have been practicing and being celebrated in India since ages is about oneness, is about family, is about considering everybody as part of one big family. So there is a concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that literally means the entire universe is one big family, one big happy family, if I may add. So that's where the roots of the festival comes from. So today, and this particular festival is celebrated during the month of August, and kids are going to come and they're gonna give a little bit of the information about the festival and what they do and things like that. But I want to tell you why it is important to us, right? It is important because this particular celebration, we call it as Universal Oneness Day. The name of the festival in India is Raksha Bandhan, but we call it as Universal Oneness Day. That's because that is what we are aiming for. That is what we are going for. That's the purpose of the festival. Now, there are many local Hindu Americans who are part of multiple linguistic and cultural organizations like Bharat Tamil Sangha, San Joaquin Kannada Sangha, Shivaji Maharaj Antarrashtriya Parivar, SMAP, Mountain House Telugu Community, Marathi Community, Human Rights Congress for Bangladesh Minorities, and Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh. There are many more. I'm just giving some of them that are very active in this community, in this small city of Mountain House. And all of these people celebrate Raksha Bandhan at their homes. Okay? And on this occasion, we sincerely appreciate and recognize your service to the community and the kids who are the future, right? Who are our future. So we want to take this opportunity, and the kids from the local Hindu communities are going to provide information. And we have also bought a small goodie bag, okay, with some things that you can take home. One of them is Rakhi. One of the kids will talk more about it. But you're also going to get some authentic Indian food. No festival is complete without food, sorry. You're going to get it. And you can eat it at home. I know you don't want to eat here. And I think I'm out of time. But thank you again. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. You want to introduce the next?
Yes. Can I call upon Chetan?
Namaste everyone, my name is Chetan Bodula and I'm an 8th grader at Cuesta. I'd like to speak a few words about the Raksha Bandhan festival. Raksha Bandhan is a festival celebrated on the full moon of Shravan in the 5th month of the Hindu calendar. It is celebrated by Hindus and Sikhs all over India. We believe it is an auspicious day to convey our appreciation to the community who protect and support us. One of the deepest and noblest of human emotions is the bond of love between a brother and sister. Nobel laureate and internationally renowned Bengali poet Rabindranath Tagore extended this emotion by inviting all members of the community to commit to each other and society. It also implies the basic element of an amicable and harmonious social life where all members of the society look upon themselves as brothers and sisters and as children as one common motherland. Tying a Rakhi on the wrists of close friends and neighbors represents the need for a harmonious social life where every individual coexists peacefully as brothers and sisters. I would like to thank LUST Board from the bottom of my heart for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Namaste LUSD board members and staff. My name is Anish Grundy. I am a 7th grader at Bethany Elementary School, and, well, every year, Raksha Bandhan is celebrated on the full moon day in the month of Shravan, which falls in the year of August. It is celebrated by different communities in India with their own traditions, and I want to take a few minutes of your time to share those traditions. Number 1, Nariyal Purnima. Nariyal means coconut. On this day, Kolis, a fishing community, offer coconuts and worship the sea god Varuna, and invoke his blessings for livelihood. Number 2 is Pola Pola, which is a Thanksgiving festival of farmers for their bulls. It is celebrated to acknowledge the importance of bulls and oxen, who are a crucial part of agriculture and their farm activities. Number 3, Gama Purnima. This day is considered the birthday of Baldeva, the lord of farming. Rakhis are tied to cattle by the farmers. Number 4, Julan Purnima. On this day, political parties, offices, friends, schools to colleges, streets to palaces celebrate this day with new hope for a good relationship. Number 5, Shravan Purnima. In Shravan Purnima, children and grown-ups participate in this festival. They tie a Rakhi, a holy string, onto their friend's waist to symbolize their significance and bond in life. Number 6, Solano. Solano is celebrated by priests solemnly trying on amulets and colorful bands against evil on people's wrists. Number 7, to thank the military services and veterans, little girls and boys and the community members use this occasion to show their appreciation to serving soldiers and veterans for their service to the nation and even at the cost of their lives. Here in Mountain House on this auspicious day of Raksha Bandhan, we follow this tradition and show our gratitude and appreciation to firefighters, police, and the MHCSD board members. Please accept our appreciation and thank you, LSD board members. Dhanyavad.
Hello and namaste. My name is Sanvi Stavermut and I am in 6th grade and I go to Ultima Elementary School. And today I am here to tell you all about Raksha Bandhan and how we celebrate it as a family every single year. So Raksha Bandhan falls in Shravan Mas on the full moon day, and how we celebrate it is we tie a rakhi to our siblings, which is the traditional form of saying that I will protect you and you will protect me. It's like how on Friendship Day you tie a bracelet to your friend saying that I will be your friend forever. Well, this is the same thing except we will protect each other. This is a special festival that we celebrate every single year that will help us bond together as a family and also bond together as a community too. We also like to go to the fire station every single year as a kind of like a vow to say that we appreciate your service and that we really hope to be able to protect you in the future too. Okay, namaste.
Namaste everyone. My name is Kalyanram Baladula. I am in 4th grade, Questa Elementary School. Raksha Bandhan is an Indian festival that celebrates the love between brotherly and sisterly affection for each other. Raksha means protection and Bandhan means bond, meaning Raksha Bandhan means bond of protection. To tie Raksha Bandhan means on the festival, sisters tie a sacred thread called Rakhi around the wrist of their brother. Sisters wish for their brother's well-being, and so does the brother wish for her well-being too. My cousin sister tied a Rakhi to me. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to give me a speech. Dhanyavad.
Namaste LUSD board members. Today I will be speaking about Raksha Bandhan. My name is Shri Kaustubh. I am in 6th grade in Cordis Elementary. I'll tell you a little backstory behind it. Maharaja Ranjit Singh is the founder and the ruler of the Sikh Empire. When the British were attacking India, Maharaja Ranjit's wife, Maharani Jindan, sent a Rakhi to the ruler of Nepal for protection. In return, the king of Nepal gave refuge to everyone in the kingdom of Nepal in 1849. Raksha Bandhan is referred as Janai Purnima or Rishitarpani and involves a sacred thread ceremony. It is observed by both Hindus and Buddhists of Nepal. In ancient times, Jain saints followed the ritual of tying a sacred thread on the wrist of their devotees to protect them from evil and bless them with prosperity. Today, the ritual finds manifestation in the Raksha Bandhan festival. Buddhists and Sikhs celebrate this day with the same thread-tying rituals in the name of Janai Purnima and Rakhi, respectively. The slender Rakhi thread symbolizes the strengthening of the bond of love and understanding between brothers and sisters. In today's turbulent times, such celebrations that have grown beyond the boundaries of families are socially significant. It is an expression of the hope and the vision that with mutual love and trust, people can herald times with peace, harmony, and brotherhood. Namaste.
That completes our presentation. Is it okay to if we give the goodie bags now?
Yes.
Yes?
Thank you very much.
And Mr. Grundy, does that conclude your presentation?
Yes, sir. We are hoping this will be a new tradition for us.
Sorry?
We are hoping this will be a new tradition for us, so we will come back next year. But for this year, that's it. Thank you.
Sounds fantastic. Any questions or comments from the board?
I would just like to say that all you kids did a wonderful job. I know it's not easy to get up and speak into a microphone in front of strangers, but you all did very well. Thank you, and thank you for sharing your knowledge and your history.
And I will echo what Trustee Pombo said. He took the words right out of my mouth. But I wanted to also say thank you so much for sharing your culture with us. I learned a lot today, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come here and educating us. Thank you.
I would have to echo those words as well. But I'd also like to say that I'm grateful, and I really hope that you all can truly feel comfortable celebrating your culture and being who you are everywhere in this community. That's what we strive for. That's what we want to see at school. And so I was really happy to see that children come up and express who they are to us. And I learned a lot as well. And I thought it was a very beautiful presentation. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, I have to dogpile on. Thank you guys so much for coming and sharing your culture. Children, you did a great job. I know public speaking is the greatest, one of the most common fears. So you did a great job. Thank you so much. And just like the other student group, I would tell you that you're more than welcome to stay for the entire board meeting. But if you would rather go ahead and leave, then that's appropriate. That's perfectly fine. And I'm going to hold off on asking for additional speakers while any of you that choose to can leave.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And while we do ask for blue comment cards to help us manage the time and everything, it is absolutely not required. Is there anybody here that would like to address the board during public comment that has not completed a blue comment card? Since I don't have a blue comment card, I can't introduce you, so could you introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Lammersville USD. My name is Kyle Kresma. I'm a local financial professional with New York Life. I actually wasn't anticipating to get to speak to you guys, but Brian encouraged me to introduce myself and kind of share this idea. But New York Life is part of something called the Grief Sensitive Schools Initiative. And what we do is we like to partner with school districts across the country and essentially provide some sort of training for the staff. It's just so that they're a little bit more equipped to handle certain situations when children are dealing with death at home. Sometimes we see grades start to slip or we start to see a change in behavior, but it's just a way of kind of us as a life insurance company to better equip our staff and adults on the school just to help handle these different situations and learn how to deal with students that are dealing with that type of stuff at home. So I've prepared a little bit of information. I'm not sure who's the best person to pass it off to, but I at least wanted to get that introduction, introduce myself, and see if this is something that we can team up on later on down the road. Optimistically, New York Life, with all the schools that do participate, there is a grant writing program that comes along with it. So if this is something that you guys would like to look forward into or look more into, I can share that information as needed. So thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming and sharing. Please give the information to Noel, and I would ask district staff to follow up and investigate.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the board during public comment? Okay. Item 7, consent items for consideration. A, governing board meeting minutes for the regular board meeting on August 3rd, 2022. Item B, contracts under $50,000. Item C, ratification of budget revisions and warrant list for July 2022. Item D, ratification of the 2022-2023 new hires. Item E, ratification of resignations. Item F, updated 2022-2023 fundraisers. Item G, acceptance of donations. One donation from Alex Crow, former Lammersville school student, donated one trumpet, cleaning kit, and music booklets worth $650 to Lammersville Elementary. Would any board member like to pull any item out, or are there any questions, comments, concerns?
I would just like to make a comment. I don't know the young man who donated the trumpet, but I think that's very cool for a kid to donate a musical instrument to a school, because I'm sure he could sell it on eBay or somewhere and get some money. So it's something that he is foregoing to benefit his alma mater, and I think it's really nice.
Move to approve consent items.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Boulay and a second by trustee Olson, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 4 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent. And I apologize to the board and trustee Daniel. She asked me to thank the CSS organization and the children on her behalf, and I skipped over some paragraphs in my thing and I forgot. All right. Item 8, district administrator.
Point of order.
Yes.
We need to read the names.
Oh. Yes. Trustee Olson, as clerk, would you please do the honor?
We'd like to welcome the following new hires to the Lammersville Unified School District family. Griana Choi, music teacher. Kavitha Devanand, special education instructional aide. Manisha Dakal, self-contained classroom teacher. Sally Fox, self-contained classroom teacher. Dipanjali Goswami, instructional aide. Catalina Hernandez, self-contained classroom teacher. Sarah Jacob, self-contained classroom teacher. Umair Jamal, 7th, 8th grade science teacher. Simranjit Kaur, English teacher. Betty Lee, self-contained classroom teacher. Olivia LaBelle, health teacher. Jose Lopez, world language Spanish teacher. Sravanthi Mahavadi, bilingual instructional aide. Marisol Martin, special education teacher. Sybil Alexandra Moore, special education teacher. Rebecca Orsini, speech language pathologist. Irene Pack, self-contained classroom teacher. Corey Fitzer, social science teacher. Stephanie Powell, 7th, 8th grade math teacher. Amy Roel, 3rd grade. Aubrey Rianne Rose Rualo, 1st grade teacher. Suquant Sidhu, coordinator of special education. Julia Soriano, regular ed instructional aide. Austin Spivey, regular ed instructional aide. Paula May Torres, self-contained classroom teacher. Alexandria Williams, high school counselor. And we'd like to welcome them all to the Lammersville family, with my apologies if I mispronounced any names, and much gratitude to the busy HR department.
Welcome. Okay, now, item 8, district administrative reports. A, superintendent's report.
Yes, I just have a brief item tonight. We got word late. We have a youngster who was cited as earning a Guinness Book of World Record citation. So Arkeesh Nukala, a 3rd grade student from Cordis, read memorized 700 Sanskrit verses and did so in one particular setting. And in doing so, he earned this acknowledgement. So I think this is our Lammersville Unified first Guinness Book of World Record holder. And the performance was here. And so we were very excited to hear that. So we wanted to acknowledge his great work and his great memorization skills. And that is my presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Nicholas. Item B, district enrollment report.
So we want to shout out the HR department, not only for their hard work in bringing in all these staff members, but it was also Director Barrios who predicted closest what the enrollment number would be. The enrollment number this year is 7,426 students and counting.
And I will note that the superintendent will no longer wager with me about what the.
Is there any over-under action on that? No, okay.
Depends on who sets the rules.
Item C, district maintenance and operations report.
Good evening, thanks for having me. I don't have a lot to report tonight, but school started for us very well. We had very few issues first couple days of school, so I want to give kudos to my staff for their hard work over the summer, most of them. They really did, on a very short time frame, did a good job and got everything going for us, and we had very few issues, so that's good news for us. This morning, I met with the VP at the high school. We had our every other week meeting, talk about some facilities issues there. For the last 2 weeks for me have been Jimmy the warehouse guy. Our warehouse gentleman is on paternity leave. We were expecting him to be out next week, but as babies tend to do, she came 2 weeks early. So caught us a little flat-footed. A ride started school, but we've been scrambling, myself and the operations staff, and every day we've been getting the lists and go out and sorting books and textbooks and big deliveries. Our lists are getting smaller, so that's a good thing. Hopefully by the end of this week, we'll be 100% caught up with that task. Also this week, with the weather being really hot, we've had several HVAC issues. But we jumped on them pretty quick. Today it was pretty quiet. Monday and Tuesday are a little hairy, but we got things fixed pretty quickly. I don't have anything new on the solar, still waiting for the high school and Cuesta parts. I missed the last construction meeting at Costa. I was out delivering textbooks. Sean covered for me, so I want to thank Sean for covering for me at the meeting. Also, I forgot to thank Heather. Heather Sharp sent over her curriculum staff on Monday to help us sort all the pallets of books in the warehouse by grade level, because we didn't really know what we're looking at, and they came over in a matter of a couple of hours, had it all sorted out from TK all the way through 8th grade, so it was very helpful. So thank you to her staff for doing that. On a hiring note, we interviewed last Friday for our 3 filler positions. We have 2 candidates moving through the hiring process, and we still have to fill a 3rd position, and we still have to fill our warehouse position. So if these 2 candidates work out and all the paperwork goes through, we'll only have 2 openings to fill. So that's good news for us. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you much.
Item 9, action items. A, consider approval of the 2022-2023 inter and intra-district transfer requests. By tradition, there is no staff report.
Move to approve 2022-2023 inter and intra-district transfer requests.
Second.
Based on a motion by Trustee Olson and a second by Trustee Boulay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 4 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent. Item B, consider approval to hire a certificated employee on a variable term waiver. Samuel Adams, social studies teacher, Bethany Elementary School. Staff report?
We strongly recommend having this person come and work for us on a variable term waiver.
Move to approve to hire certificated employee on a variable term waiver.
Second.
I think Trustee Olson edged that one out. Based on a motion by Trustee Pombo and a second by Trustee Olson, additional discussion or comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 4 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent. Item 10, information and discussion items. A, first reading of Administrative Regulation 1230, School-Connected Organizations. Staff report?
Yes, I believe it was the last meeting. It might have been two previous. There was a discussion around district oversight and responsibilities regarding school-connected organizations such as boosters, foundations, parent groups. And so we had staff led by Assistant Superintendent Grijalva do an analysis of the AR, Administrative Regulation 1230. They are recommending some changes to the language, some strengthening in the area of auditing, abilities to audit, bonding capacity in the assurance, and getting information about intent to return from the leadership of those programs. This is a first read, so the board is getting this as a first time. We'll bring it back following our normal process and at the next board meeting for a second read and board approval.
Any questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
When I looked into, so they're already required to have the directors and officers insurance. Did I read that correctly?
The answer is yes. If you go in greater details, we're going to call assistant superintendent up, but yes. So they have to have insurance, correct?
Yeah, but they're already required, and if I read that correctly, we're also saying that you have to have employee theft insurance.
Yes.
And I have no problem with that. And typically when they have employee theft policies, there is and I forget the word, right? There's a legal word that basically says that the insurance company does not have to pay out unless you have an arrest and conviction. But a policy for a 501c3 that brings in $30,000 to $50,000, which I think is probably in the hunt for most of our 501c3s, we're looking at a premium of anywhere from $300 to $500. So yes, it's $300 to $500 in premium, and yes, it may not pay out, but then again, it might. And one problem that gets paid out on would pay for a bunch of years of premium for a bunch of different organizations. So I just wanted to, wanted to make sure that the board, we were all on the same page at this time so that we can, do it on the final approval. So.
And I understand that some people probably don't like the district having oversight over the foundation or booster club's activities, but at the same time, I feel like if we are authorizing these groups to fundraise and the like for the benefit of our students, we owe it to the people who are supporting these groups, making donations, making purchases, those sorts of things, to protect the money that they have donated to the organizations and make sure that they are not used in inappropriate fashion.
I agree, and I've thought a lot about it since our last discussion. And as long as we don't say that, because we're saying that we have the right to, demand an audit if circumstances lead us to believe that it's necessary. As long as we don't say a financial statement audit, which would mean, the opinion, the financials, the footnotes, the disclosures, which would be very hard to get, but we can do, if the district administration says, well, we can do agreed upon procedures, and a CPA can help the district office, say, okay, here's the procedures that could be employed. We don't need to see all your footnotes and all this and all that a CPA kind of would freak out about. We just want to know that somebody's looked through the transactions, especially the big ones, and they're all kosher, right?
Trustee Clements, when they talked about the audit, CPA audit never crossed my mind. Of course, I'm not a CPA. I was thinking more like, just a general kind of, making sure
Okay, as a
basic
CPA,
recovery,
my
yes.
brain goes there
Yes,
first, so
know.
I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that it was clear that, yeah, I had no, that was, that term audit is not defined by a CPA in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will agree with Trustee Olson. I had in mind more of someone looks over the books and says, where did this money go? Oh, okay, that sounds right, and that sort of thing, not a full-blown
Financial statement
audit
Yeah,
with
that's fair.
every dime accounted for.
Typically, trouble comes when you have large amounts of cash that come in a really short period of time. But I've heard things like people who are in charge take all the money and put it in their own personal account, and then that gets muddied up, and it's
commingled.
Commingled, yes. The CPA term is commingled, muddied. So any way to kind of double check.
I mean, and it's even riskier now because a lot of people don't pay with cash or check; they pay with a Venmo or Zelle, and a lot of the organizations don't have their own, and so people are use their personal one and then transfer it over. So yeah, it's a little bit muddied.
Well, okay. Regardless of audit, I would say that they need to not like.
Oh yes, I agree.
The default position in the rule, and if we need to write it into the procedure, you can't use your personal Square or your personal account. You have to set up a separate account. And as far as I know, all the organizations, and I think I've worked with every single one, they all have separate accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem arises, I've seen it where someone will say, well, our organization has Venmo but not Zelle, and the person wants to pay with Zelle. And so they'll ask them if they can pay with their personal account. And so I think a default rule would be great because I don't think people in general understand the concept of commingling and how easy it is to get in trouble with that. So, some guidance might be good.
I mean, if I remember the days being on the boosters before we had a nice snack shack, hauling out the easy up and doing all that. And I remember we made $3,000 profit in concessions the first year, and a member of the community actually stood up and said we should be embarrassed because we only made $3,000 and we had so many football games. And I told that person, sounds like we have our new concessions manager for the upcoming year. But anyway, there might have been a time, right, where somebody wanted to pay with Venmo. I'd whip out, I would have whipped out my wallet, looked at somebody else and said they want to pay $20 on, or the Square, whatever. It's like, okay, they can Venmo me. Here's the $20. We're all square, and more than one person's involved, right? But at the end of the day, we can't have a policy or a norm be that there's this triangle of money where it goes to an individual and then to the organization. That's just not going to work.
Well, I totally agree. I mean, I just think it's something that maybe some good guidance on, because that's kind of the triangle is exactly, you explained it well, that's how it happens with people, but even with the triangle, I still think it's risky.
I'm saying absolutely.
Yeah.
The triangle can happen.
Yeah.
Like a one-off here or there, which I'd probably get in trouble. No one-offs. Sorry.
No,
can't
none.
do it. Any other questions, comments, concerns on that information discussion item? Okay. Item 11, calendar. A, Thursday, October 25th, 2022 is the District English Language Advisory Committee DLAC meeting at 6:30 p.m. here in the boardroom. Wednesday, September 7th is the next regular governing board meeting at 7 o'clock here in the district boardroom. And Wednesday, September 14th, the Safety Committee, 3:30 p.m. here in the district office boardroom. In a few minutes, we'll be adjourning to closed session where we will be discussing the following. A, Public Employee Discipline Dismissal Release Complaint, Government Code Section 54957. B, Student Discipline and Other Confidential Matters, Ed Code Sections 35146, 48900, and 48912B for one student. C, Conference with Real Property Negotiators, Government Code Section 54956.8. D, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, Government Code Section 54956.9. Item E, conference with legal counsel, Government Code Sections 54956.9, sub D4, anticipated litigation. And item F, public employee appointment, employment, evaluation, superintendent, Government Code Section 54357.6. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, one quick correction. The Safety Committee meeting start time has been moved to 3:45.
Thank you very much for that.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo and a second by trustee Boulay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries with 4 ayes, no nays, and 1 absent. We are now adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Returning from closed session to open session at 9:07 p.m. During closed session, the board acted on closed session item B1, student discipline and other confidential matters, Education Code Sections 35146, 48900, and 48912B, under item 2, student expulsion number 21-22-13. The board took action on a motion by trustee Boulay and seconded by trustee Olson to approve staff recommendation for student readmission after expulsion of student number 21-22-13 for the 2022-2023 school year by the following vote: 4 ayes, no noes, 1 absent, no abstention. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Based on a motion by trustee Pombo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. We are now adjourned. Thank you.